Mr. Chairman, thank you. Thank you to you and the ranking member for your courtesy. I'll begin with Ms. Bonzanto. Oh my,
Bonzanto.
Thank you, Bonzanto. Thank you very much for being here, both of you. Amazing tasks you have ahead of you, significant responsibilities, desired outcomes are what we're looking for. But let me begin with you, Doctor. You indicated in your written testimony, every era of veterans have struggled at some point to access services within the VA, and I do not want to keep history repeating itself. So I join you in that. I don't either. Let me, first of all, make the comment that we usually, when we think of whistleblowers and your work, we think of protecting someone who is reporting bad behavior. But I also want to talk about the culture, the accountability portion of your responsibilities. And that is, what do we do to change the culture? What do we do to rid ourselves of inept employees or those who don't have the right motivation for the jobs they occupy? We must not accept mediocre behavior. My experience is that often when there's bad behavior at the VA, the end result is that that employee is transferred to some other facility, some other hospital, where my assumption is the bad behavior continues. So let's begin with, how will you change the culture of the VA? What should I look for, say, a year from now, that because of your responsibilities that you're performing, the VA will be different in what way? So when I vote to confirm you, and I want to have a standard by which I judge your accomplishments, what would you tell me the VA would look like that's different than it is today?
Senator, thank you for your question. I think the most important thing is building trust with the employees. I think it's key to do that. And to do that, we require communication across the board, right? Improving communication from the senior leaders to the bottom, to the frontline employees. And that's something that I've worked on. And in my current role, that's something that I've worked and struggled with, is how do we improve communication when employees report an issue, that they can trust that their chain of command will take care of that issue. And currently, that's not happening. I'm hoping a year from now that we can start reducing the number of whistleblowers coming to our office and reporting concerns and getting the chain of command and the program offices to take care of
Why do you think that doesn't happen today?
The culture does not support that, sir.
So what does that mean? Like, the culture, I use that word, you use that word, but why is it that someone would protect someone who is not performing?
I couldn't speak to exactly why they're not doing, because I'm not in VA, but as an investigator for the House Committee, I can tell you it's because sometimes employees just don't understand. A supervisor may not understand what to do with that information, or they're hitting barriers when they're reporting up the chain. The information is not going up, and the information from the top is not going down. So there are barriers in communication, and breaking those barriers, I think, is going to be key to building trust in the organization.
Those standards I should be looking for, how would the VA look different a year from now as a result of your efforts?
We'll have veterans satisfied with the delivery of customer service. If you improve the culture and employees are satisfied with their environment that they're working in, and they feel safe working in that environment and reporting concerns, hopefully we can get improvement in customer services. The sale metrics currently in VA will improve, and whistleblower complaints will probably decrease because employees can now trust that they're using the chain of command to report concerns.
Is it your view that that the VA now has the necessary tools to hold employees, including management, accountable?
Yes, sir.
Does that accountability include the ability to discharge an employee, particularly a person in management who has demonstrated incompetence or inabilities over a period of time?
In my opinion, yes, sir.
So the ability to discharge an employee now exists?
Yes, sir.